Okay, but he is so cute.
No, he's just like a little guy with a little face. He's so funny.
Can we put him in an improv class, please?
That's funny. Do y'all even miss improv though?
I mean, sure, but do I miss performing at the theater that gave me bed bugs?
Happy for You was a great film. I thought the storyline was very relatable, especially in LA culture. I thought that the characterization in this film was done really well. In such a short time, we have these distinct characters with their own reasons for walking away from the table. And I thought that each was made very distinct, and their issues were all very relatable. Yeah, the whole friend group, each one was very distinct, which I thought was really cool, and great characterization there. The whole film looks really great. I love the camera work, the cinematography. It just looks very professional, very clear, and I love the aesthetic of this film as well. And just very funny, this whole thing. The comedic timing is great. The relatable, awkward pauses and yeah, comedic timing, excellent. And I just love that it tackles sort of this awkward situation between friends and shows the comedic side of it, and also how important it is to support our friends in their up moments as well as their down moments. So overall, I thought this was a great film, and I laughed a lot.
I really liked Happy for You, yo. That was pretty funny. I really was laughing for real. Yeah, I thought it's like, it touched on some important like issues and stuff. Like as a creative who has a bunch of creative friends, like I have a group like this that's like, oh, we're all creative, we're all trying to make it, we're all writers, we're all screenwriters, we're all filmmakers, directors, whatever. And we meet every week and like talk about stuff, and we're updating each other on what's going on, going up, this, that, and the third. And it's like you got that one person that's like, everybody knows they going up. You know what I'm saying? I felt that, yo. Ah, man. Yeah, that was too real. It was way too real. That spoke to me, yo. So like the internal battles of like, you can't compare yourself to them because like their life is not your life, and like all of that stuff. It really hit home for me. So really well done. Good job.
Happy for You. This was hilarious. I mean, there's 4 people in this convo. One person is very clearly not a part of it at the start. The waitress touching her shoulder is an interesting moment. But I mean, it just sets up the waitress for being this kind of weird character, which she is throughout the whole thing. So it's kind of like, okay, let's keep an eye on her. But oh my gosh, this is such my life in LA. Like the moment with your actor friends and your other creative friends, and we're all out here trying to pursue something, and we're all on the same level of not quite getting close, but almost getting close. And then somebody crosses over to the other side of actually getting the thing that we have been trying to get for years. And you want to be happy for them, but you aren't. You aren't. It's just such life in LA. I'm sure in so many places, someone gets a promotion, you don't get the promotion, but like this is life in LA in a nutshell. These are not her real friends. And it's actually sad because this is just a life of an actor, but from a Latinx perspective. And you're seeing how, the more Caucasian looking Hispanic or Latina versus the more Afro-Latina, and there's a breakdown with that. And feeling like, is that why she's winning and I'm not? You see all these different complexities when you tell a story from from a diverse group. And yes, this story could have been told with any ethnicity, but once you add in the diversity factor, you add in other layers of complexity because our experiences are complex. So that always makes it more interesting. Hint, hint, like do more of it. And that's not a note for y'all. That's a note for everybody. That's not. But at the core, every one of these girls are really trying to figure themselves out. But I get the sense that none of them are really good for one another because they're so self-absorbed with their own stuff. But it's really hard to be happy for someone when you feel like your life is in a standstill. But what I loved about this is it's a comedic way of putting everyone's insecurities on display. there was a friend or someone that I know in my inner circle that I can relate to each one of these girls. And it isn't until they take accountability that they can actually come together and be happy for her. You know, she had to kind of stand her ground. It's like, this is my moment. Give it to me, you know?
Happy for you. Deeply funny and relatable dynamic as an actor myself. And knowing the navigations of celebrating wins for others, but also having that self-loathing of why didn't I book it instead? They captured it so well. But also finding out who your true support system is so that you don't have to go through that kind of stuff anymore. Really great dialogue that they carried off with ease and playfulness. It felt very fresh, and I could imagine myself spending time with these gals. But if it has to just be through more content, hopefully, with all of them interacting and maybe navigating the business a little more, it would be very good with me. I thought it was really well crafted, really funny, and great casting.
This was a really funny piece. Everyone does a great job here. I really just enjoyed being there with them as they go through this very real sort of moment. I feel like a lot of this is just coming from an honest place, and it's just played perfectly by everyone, including our support. The waitress there, she does a fantastic job with her scene outside. Everyone really just hits it out of the park in this one. It's funny, it's punchy, the looks that they give, the timing, everything is spot on. Really makes for a strong, funny piece and a great show reel for everyone involved, I'm sure. So yeah, guys, great job. Congratulations on this one.
So I just got done watching Happy for You. I thought this film was great. I had a great time watching it. I just thought this film had tons of personality. I love the heartfelt, vulnerable tone that it has. It has a great balance of being lighthearted, but also dealing with real emotions and real issues. I loved the use of color in this film. It's extremely vibrant and aesthetically pleasing. And I just loved the overall vibe of the location that they had. I also love the storytelling here. It's quick and concise and filled with character dynamics. I also love the sense of humor and the way they use humor to tell the story. Overall, I thought this was a great film, and I really enjoyed watching it.
Happy for you. Oh God, this was so LA. And it sounds very LA for me to say, oh wow, this is so LA. But the story that they told was just spot on for Los Angeles and the community. So anyone who is in the entertainment field probably can also relate to this, whether they're living in Los Angeles or not. They can relate to that, oh God, I wish it was me, and being happy for your friend, but also being jealous too. I thought that the cast did such an amazing job. Everybody was believable and great and sweet. And here you have these individual characters, and each character was so incredibly well defined. And you didn't dislike anybody because you could relate to all of them and what they were all going through at this particular point in their life. I loved what the filmmakers did about the location that they decided to shoot this in. It was so colorful without being overpowering. It fit. It was kind of this uplifting with everything that was going on. So yeah, great story, great cast, great filmmaking. This was awesome. I really enjoyed it.